This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
And this is Monster in My Podcast.
And this is The Bloody Tongue.
There's a monster in my podcast.
You ever been motorboated by Nyarlathotep?
I guess it would be a motorboat because it's his entire face, right?
Yeah. An Eldrick.
As distinct from the which is the way the deep ones sound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When they're doing their deep motorboating.
Oh no, man! A deep one motorboating is like a Southern man cooking instant grits. It's not the done thing.
No, it's not great.
Yeah, just a couple of descendants of Dagon just rolling up on a cigarette boat.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah. So this is a big man with a tongue for a head.
I didn't realize how big based on the description here. So it's not from a story. It's just from Call of Cthulhu 5.5 where they just felt like putting it in. And they talk about how common it is. Like, this is a common mask of Nyarlathotep, has an organized cult. But then like the size is 90.
Yeah. Out of 100.
So
100 is as big as something can get.
Yes.
So, it's really big.
Yes.
This is not just in this is in other products and stuff. They just use this quote.
Okay.
It's a big part of the Masks of Nyarlathotep campaign, which is a real fun, good read.
Okay.
And it's just a big monster.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to it.
Yeah.
It's just a striking and scary monster that you can use if you just want to have a cult flavored cult.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to I've not found a picture of this, but the tentacle instead of a face.
Oh yeah. There's tons of pictures of this. This is a lot of times if you just look up a Google image search for Nyarlathotep, this is what you get.
Gotcha.
With some frequency. So yeah, this is a common boy. Which is a part why I think it's so kind of like basic.
Yes.
In terms of flavor. I do think that there's one really delicious bit of flavor in this.
Okay.
He has no armor, but if you bring him down to 0 hit points, he collapses on the ground, changes form, parenthetical, always to a more monstrous one, which causes his viewers to lose sanity points, and then flies into interstellar space. Which I think is very funny and spiteful.
There's just something about this. I picture him like turning into the black demon or whatever, and not like launching up into space, but just T-posing and then just slowly
like rising. Yeah. And then, like, if you saw a T-pose in real life, that would be a sanity check.
Yes.
Like that's a Black Mirror right there.
Just like, oh my God, somebody forgot to program the extras. Somebody forgot to program the extras. They're T-posing. No.
Or not even the whole extras. It'd start off like you go into a room and somebody's T-posing and then they relax for a second and they like play it off like they're stretching.
Oh yeah.
But that actually that's a fucking good adventure hook.
Oh,
man.
and then you start T-posing. It's like the dancing from the Black Star video.
Sure. You just like you wake up like laying down in a T-pose, then you like get up and you're like, what the fuck? And you feel a little weird and you set up a camera and you see yourself like stiffen into a T-pose in your sleep.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Stiffen into a T-pose and like, oh gosh, I've been sleepwalking. You set up cameras around the house and then you watch footage
sliding.
You just watch footage of yourself like hovering in the middle of the air in a T-pose in the dining room as like just the time lapse of the light changing outside and like people walking around you. Yeah.
Hell yes.
Oof.
Hell yes. Black Mirror, bring it back.
I wish Black Mirror was still good.
I've heard it got really bad, but I never actually. I've only watched like maybe like 10 episodes of the good ones because I had to be in a mood for it because it's
pretty
the good
bleak.
ones are depressing.
Yeah.
Pretty bleak. But the T-pose is good.
The T-pose is good.
Yeah. I just Google image searched Nyarlathotep and the first like 15 images are all this thing.
Yeah, I recognize this thing. I have seen this image before. It seems excessive that it can howl at the moon once per round.
That's a lot.
Well, is that like once every 10 seconds it can do that?
Round is a I don't know. I can't remember how long a round is in Call of Cthulhu. It might be a minute. in Call of Cthulhu, which
Yeah.
is a reasonable time to howl. Like you howl, you drink some ginger lemon tea, you know,
Yeah.
you
You just get your throat coat on.
yeah, you lion face, lemon face, lion face, lemon face, and then you can howl again.
Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/duckfeed.tv.